Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Chaos-Reighn here. Today I'm here to bring you a short but sweet video. Sorry about the loud motorcycles in the background, that's my obnoxious neighbors. But without further ado, I'm just gonna kind of log on in and show you basically a recap of all the different farming methods I have done and basically what I am going to do within the near future of farming methods in League. I will say that I have essentially accomplished all goals I had, made for myself in League. So right now, all I am doing is kind of biding time and having fun, hanging out with a couple of friends, and eventually I will be moving to Standard sooner than later, as I do not really have any more goals in League. And League to me is just very stale, boring, and old, and I have a bunch of friends that are actually moving to Standard. So without further ado, I wanted to kind of quickly go over and gloss over all the methods I used to make the currency I made. And first things first, we're gonna go to my hideout, and I'm going to give you a quick, like, what's what of what's ideal on what and what you can change, etc., etc. I don't expect you to follow everything I do, but I do have guides on each area, so let's go over them. First things first is we have Haywork Hamlet. Now, Haywork Hamlet, the watchstones are on loan. I currently have 3 watchstones rolled with re-rolling favors in areas is 10% less tribute. Now, I have this because I have the other one, what is it, the Meticulous. Meticulous, which says areas with ritual altars always have 4 ritual altars, and then with the middle node, it gets to 5 guaranteed. So the Meticulous basically gives you 5 altars, which gives you a lot of favor no matter what, so rerolling 4 times is going to be very, very good for you. Then I have 3 of these, so my rerolls cost as little as possible along with it. I take the standard Sacred Lands and Paid in Blood nodes. Paid in Blood nodes has given me some serious drops. I've gotten Exalts, I've gotten Blizzard Crowns, I've gotten all kinds of stuff. And then I take the Harvest stuff just because it's Harvest stuff. I don't stack any Harvest Watchstones because Harvest has been gutted, and honestly, if I really cared, I would just get my completion up. So along with that, I started with the Tyrann's End, and Tyrann's End I farmed the big game Great Migration, and I used 4 of the Invaders Watchstones. I currently have 4 tier 1s, I think. Yes, I have 4 tier 1s already all rolled, and these are pretty much my bread and butter on how I started the league and got a insane amount of startup currency to really grind. I didn't do anything for Glennet Carnes, but I do plan to cover a Glennet Carnes farming method before I do in my series in League and start in Standard again. I am currently doing New Steer, but I am farming Exiles, and Exiles are relatively consistent on what they do. Right now I currently have a 2 T1 and 2 T2 Possessed, I think, or is it? Yeah, 2 T1, 2 T2 of the Possessed, where the Rogue Exiles are possessed. I don't have a guaranteed chance that the Exiles get possessed because, well, not guaranteed, I don't have a guaranteed chance that the Exiles come. As you can see, this area has 10% chance to gain 20 additional Rogue Exiles, and if they don't start with a Rogue Exile, then it's not that good. Then Wild Rogue Exiles have 50% chance to have additional rewards. The additional rewards are basically, if you've anyone who's seen Legion, you'll see a little reward chest over a bunch of the rares, and some of the bosses, they'll have a reward chest above them. That's basically what they are. Whatever that shows is what they're going to drop. And the reason why I chose Possessed is some of the Possessed gives them like 100% quantity. So if you have Scarabs, for example, and you kill a Possessed Exile that has Scarabs on it, it can drop like 4 or 5 Scarabs versus 1 Scarab or 2 Scarabs if it's not possessed. So that's a fun method more than anything. It's not very consistent unless you have the infused, what is it called? The infused Rogue Exile craft. The other one I'm using is the Ominous Arrival and Diplomatic Escort nodes for the grinding of Harbingers, and basically Nemesis 3 currency stacking. I have so many of those Watchstones rolled that I'm not even running because I don't really have goals. I don't really have anything I want to buy in League. And then I have the Rogue's Platinum for Lyra Arthane, so I can farm secret stash, and inside job, and I do that so I can turbo farm as many contracts as possible using the middle of the atlas over here, and putting on heist manually, guaranteeing myself 2 chests. Another good thing about this is I have a what do you call it, a ton of watchstones already rolled. For that at the beginning, they were. I have a ton of watchstones rolled with, where is it, smuggler's caches, so it gets 2 caches and then you're guaranteed with 3rd cache right there. I'm unsure if you can get a 4th cache naturally. I think it's maximum of 3, but I don't know. I've never seen 4. Might just be my luck. And lastly, I farm... I think that's all I farm in League. I've farmed other things in Standard, but in League, that's basically all I farmed. And as you can see, we have more than enough exalts. I actually have exalts on loan to a friend who needed a multi-strike before they went up in League. And then I have a bunch of watchstones rolled, a whole ton of watchstones rolled with Nemesis 3 currency. I even still have my watchstones with Nemesis 4 currency here, and the packs here, and all this. This is already rolled. These are all rolled with elevated sextants. I have delirium maps, a couple delirium orbs and savings, and everything like that. And then lastly, the last thing I did to make currency recently was Helm Enchants. I have some insane Helm Enchants, Berserk buff effect, basically cooldown recovery, lightning strikes 3 additional targets, or pierces 3 additional targets, barrage additional projectiles, sentinel dominance, general cry, so on and so forth, burning arrow debuff effect. These are all really good enchants, and I've been farming them. My friend actually has a couple more of them, so I have even more currency in enchants. I just haven't collected them back from him yet, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to go ahead and do that relatively soon. But other than that, I do have a whole lot of just overall value and stuff, and just things that I have going on with my league. I am not done yet. I'm probably going to run through all my twice enchanteds, figure out what I want to gamble on or something like that, but I will be making a couple more videos regarding what I'm doing in a short period of time. I am doing League, which I'm guessing 2 more weeks until I'm done with League and officially for sure go back to Standard full-time. But just expect my videos to be mixed between League and Standard from now on. I will showcase any build you want in Standard and kind of give you a heads up on what I'm doing in each farming method. I don't, in both cases I don't need currency, I don't really have goals, I don't really care about the Hate Forge. In my opinion, using something that's busted, that's going to be overpriced for 1 league is never worth it for me. I never played the Aura Stacker builds, I never played any of that. This is a kind of pet project that I do want to do before the end of League as well. I'm going to double enchant these with the group and try and get a bunch of double enchanted Crown of the Cryophiles. Ideally, I want to get like a LE hit plus LE hit damage and LE hit attack speed and stuff like that. Try and make some crazy helms and sell them for a fortune, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, without further ado, I figured I'd just kind of give you guys a heads up. I am relatively back. I am not fully back yet. I've been pretty busy lately, but I am going to be making more videos really soon and bringing you more content. I thank you for your patience, and I do appreciate anyone and everyone who has followed me this far and kept with me, and I hope you guys can have a little more patience with me, and I hope you join me in my adventures to show you the rest of the farming methods I have for you. Thanks again, and as always, everyone take it easy.